Hi, my name is Pawan, and if you have been following Platform for Artists since the beginning, you must have seen me in some of our previous videos or at our events or even virtual workshops. I founded PFA when I was 22 years old. This is 2017, and that became the center of my life for the next 3.5 years. Now, running a social enterprise in India is really tough and challenging. It's not an NGO where you are asking for donations. It's not a full-fledged startup or business where you are maximizing for profits. It's somewhere in the middle, and that confuses people a lot. They would ask like, oh, why are they charging money for this particular thing? Aren't they doing it for the art and for the community? At the same time, you're also trying to do this full-time, run this operationally, have a team, try to scale this up and everything while you are seeing your friends and your other college mates making lakhs and even crores of packages after doing MBA or just, working in the States and across the world. So honestly, after doing this for 3.5 years, and when the pandemic as well hit, I chickened out and joined the rat race. So after I chickened out, I joined another startup to head their growth and marketing. Did that for almost 2 years, joined another startup to scale their business in Southeast Asia and head their growth and marketing. Eventually joined another YC-backed company, which was all great. I was also spending a lot of time in the States, heading their growth and marketing, and realized that there's no end to this. I know this might sound like the Masha movie or anything else that's like optimizing, quitting your job, running to the mountains and things like that. But honestly, it's not something of that sort. I always had this in my mind that someday I will come back to PFA, come back to this purpose when the time is right, when the situation is right. And there's this theory, or I would say lesson by Professor Blake, where he says that all rational decisions are not always optimal. You're trying to always see the right timing, the right situation, the right purpose. I don't know, everything else. You just wait for the right thing. But collectively, if all individuals take the rational decisions, as a society, we are stuck in a machine. And so without waiting for the right time, I am going unemployed on purpose for the next 6 months. 180 days trying to just lead life with curiosity, try to go back to things I really cared about, including this community of artists and creators that we had built long back, and just give a rebirth to this community and just get back actively engaging with artists and engaging in conversations that are really relevant right now. For example, an actual film festival is not able to find a sponsor, but we are seeing an AI filmmaking festival that's happening right now in Mumbai. So many other things with respect to what is content, what is art, what is the differentiation between all these things, and just trying to figure out how we can educate better. And I think that's the most important value of any community. Ask the right questions so that it probably sends out certain mini revolutions, certain thoughts that propagate and give birth to multiple other ideas. That's honestly the purpose. You might see certain changes that might happen across. Our Instagram page and the Substack newsletter remains the same. It's the same name. Just this YouTube channel is renamed because we're going to try and do multiple mini series or mini projects of different topics, including conversations or interview series that might be online or offline. So that's the reason why we're changing this name. But at the core, everything remains same how it was 5-6 years ago. I have always thanked and felt always grateful about all the volunteers and interns or even people who worked with us full time, that they contributed to building this, and that's how people know, still know what is PFA, still hear about it and talk about it. And I'm just glad that I had those friends and volunteers back then. And if anybody of you wants to support or contribute in any capacity, even now we're happy to just talk to you, get started on something. It could be digitally or offline, anything. Let's just talk and let's figure this out, because honestly this next whole 6 months that I'm giving myself and this project isn't really well figured out. It's just a start, and I think most things start with a question or with a thought and then you try to figure out. So I'm not trying to structure this a lot. So once again, I just want to also apologize that we have been missing in action for the last 5 years, but better late than never.